Hello everyone, this is Judith with another video. Yeah, are you discouraged on your twin flame journey? Or have you been discouraged? Has there been a time when you have experienced discouragement along the path and you were like feeling that there is a pile of work in front of you, you'll never manage to clear all the blocks, and anyway, this is never going to happen. This is something that we all have to face, right? Sooner or later. And what we learn from this, one thing that we learn from this is that we cannot find our way to twin flame union through efforting, right? We have a lot of power, right? This beautiful divine energy that we soak up. We are like full of this power, and so we have a lot of strength, right? And we we go for it, and we effort a lot in the beginning. But really what we have to learn is that efforting is not the way. You just have to align with your union. And you have to align on the inside, and then this is getting mirrored to us on the outside by many, many things. So alignment is mirrored to us by many, many things. And of course also by our twin flame showing up, right? And it's all about coming into alignment with ourselves, coming into alignment with our true essence, with our divine essence. And efforting is not it. So it has to peter out at some point where we do not have the strength anymore to move on in the same way. We have to find a different way to go about things. We have to surrender. Basically, this is then this. That's why I would say that discouragement along the twin flame journey is actually something good, because then that might be a point, one of the points where you learn what it means to surrender and to let go, and to understand that it's not you doing this. It's not by control, it's not by doing it. Of course, it's by doing the healing work and things like that. But in the beginning, we might do the healing work. We just start together all the knowledge and to do all the work. We do this because we want to be in union with our twin flame. So there's something connected to this. And this has to go, right? This also has to go, but we cannot fake that. It's a natural process. It'll come naturally. So you just have to do the inner work. And if you don't know how to do this, I'm here for you. You find my services in the description box. There is a link. And I've also created a free webinar that you could choose to get. It's also in the description box. And that's all about the inner work, right? That we have to release. We have to basically transform the energies, the underlying energies, all the things that are running the show in the subconscious mind. And then from there we have a whole other it's a whole other experience, basically, right, when we are there. And I always want I approach it from different angles, right? And today I want to talk a little bit about how the creation process really works, because you want to manifest this fulfillment, right? And that's first and foremost an emotion. It's emotional fulfillment. And then things show up that mirror this fulfillment, that reinforce that fulfillment, that are feeding that fulfillment, that feeling of fulfillment. And you could also call it a feeling of peace, right? Of oneness, of unconditional love. So it's just another state of being, and that's where we want to be, right? That's where we want what we want to achieve. And so it's also very important for twin flames to learn about manifestation, because it really is it goes hand in hand with an ascension process and learning how to manifest, how to work with our energy, how to choose deliberately where we want to go, where we want to be, and without ever condemning where we are, right? Because everything is just right. Nothing is wrong along the journey. So it's not wrong that you are not with your twin flame. You really have to understand this, that it's up and down, right? We go back into our ego, and then we go up into a higher vibration, back to ego, up into a higher vibration, until we learn like to stay in the upper range, or to come back quicker, because really there are those deeper issues that we want to heal. And that's really what our soul wants. That's what we want at the core as well. We want to be whole, and we want to be healthy, and we want to be in love, right? We want to be in this unconditional love. Also, like loving ourselves, right? Because that was very often something that we were denied. And that's where our discouragement also comes from. It comes from a long time ago, right? Where we were not getting what we were expecting. Because when you come into this world, you are pure positive energy. You are divine energy. You are unconditional love. You bring this to the world. That's what's so nice about the babies and the young children. They bring this, renew our world with this energy, remind us of this energy, and exchange this, bring this up in us, and so that's brilliant, right? That they are showing up. And you showed up like this as well, way back, right? And you were this pure positive energy, and of course then you came into dense energies. You had to deal with your parents or whomever, and at some point, maybe that's true for you, you did not receive what you were expecting, because what you were expecting was also like pure positive energy, unconditional love, joy, encouragement, support, nourishment, whatever, right? Peace. And maybe you did not experience that, right? And so there is a wound that you carry from way back, and that you wanted something, you were expecting this because you knew that it was your birthright to receive that, but it wasn't there for you. And so there was a belief system created, and also a wound. And that's what we have to heal, right? So this is where the discouragement comes from. And this is also something that your twin flame is showing you this feeling of being discouraged, not getting what you want, right? So the efforting part is going on for a long time for you, right? So that's what we learn, to effort our way, and instead of being in alignment and gracefully receive what is rightfully ours. So that's basically what it's all about. And so if you feel discouraged, is a good sign, because it's telling you that you can work on those parts, that now they show up, they come into the light for you to be seen, and to work on them, for them to be transformed, really, once and for all. Yeah, and the way of creating, I was surprised, because I was just so aware today. I was talking to Spirit a little bit. I said, now I understand how this all works, because really the more I expanded my energy system, and the same is for you, the more I realized that my like ideas, the thoughts that came in, the inspiration and things like that. This is like what gets visualized in the third eye, and then you pronounce it, you speak it into existence. That's what you do with your throat chakra. And then with the heart, you give it that oomph that you really want it, that it's really a big desire, because only those things will manifest, right? Because that's not random. Only what is really desired from the heart is going to show up, right? And the solar plexus tells you that you are worthy of that, you're worthy of receiving. And then I was like, and what is the sacral chakra about? I totally forgot. And I asked Spirit, what is the sacral chakra about? And yeah, Spirit told me it's about joy. And that's what I'm talking about all the time, right? It's you being there and joyfully receiving that, and feeling the joy that this creation is the creation is in your perspective, right? The kind of joy, what this joy feels like. And then finally, the root chakra, it's like birthing it. It's like bringing it into the material world, and that's how it goes, right? You draw it in, and then you anchor it here in the 3D reality, and that's something very beautiful if you can do that, right? Everybody does that, but really we are often creating by default, and a lot of our wounds are showing up all around us, and they keep showing up along the twin flame journey. When we are in a lower vibration, sometimes they don't show up, right? But once we are like raising the frequency, then everything comes to the light, all the gunk. And that's really a collective process as well that we are going through at the moment. You might have noticed that. And the twin flames are kind of one of the way showers in this process. So that's, we're also helping the others to come along with us and to learn how we can manifest really a world that feels good to us, right? How we are going about transforming energies. Yeah, and let me look at my notes for a minute. Yeah, so basically it's true that those things that you desire, for example, also your twin flame union, that's there for you. It's there for you because you desire it. That's just what it is. But when you keep looking for it on the outside, then it's nowhere to be found, right? It's looking for love in all the wrong places. You have to find that on the inside. So finding all those, the feeling of joy, for example, the feeling of worthiness. I think the desire is there, and then also clear all the wounds so that your energy system is also capable of calling in those things, right? And that there are no blocks in the way that keep this from showing up. I just want to give you a bigger picture, right? And so being discouraged is only something that shows up and is a clear message for you. Nothing else. And it's nothing wrong with being discouraged along the way. Just know that this is not the end, right? That it's there to speak to you. So it's always very good to go into contact and to listen to what this discouragement is telling you. And sometimes we have not developed those antennas yet to be able to listen to what the universe has to say to us, or our higher self, or our guide team. And this would be like, for you, would be very valuable to start working with me, because I can help you like identify exactly and pinpoint exactly where you need to go and what are the next steps and where the blocks are, right? We can do this together. I work with a pendulum and I have charts, and I get messages intuitively as well. I can really guide you along the way and show you exactly, and also clear and transform the energies together with you. So that's something, that's how I did it during all that time when I was, for example, not able to get any messages like intuitively from the divine, or where I was not able to get in touch with my feelings. Why? Because there was a whole mess, right? It was so overwhelming, and there were so many things and issues that it was not possible for me nothing was clear, right? There was no clarity within myself, and I could just not find my way through all this mess. And then my work that I learned from my mentors, twin flame healers, helped me to find my way through this, and to give me guidance. And now, then, once I had like cleared a bunch of things, and then things all of a sudden started to lighten up, and I was able to be in contact with my feelings. I was able to like be in the observer. I was able to process those things and to release certain things. So it gets easier and easier, right? So if this is you, then it might be that what I'm offering is a fit for you, and that this could help you to find your way through all of this mess that is piled up. So yeah, that's all for today. I wish you a really beautiful day, and I see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.